Welcome to that synth show, synth call-in show. Man, I got some crazy news tonight, and this news might surprise a lot of people. I don't know if it's rumor, if it's a ruse, because there's some interesting things that happen inside the synth world, and sometimes things are not what they seem. So this is what we're talking about tonight, man. I'm gonna open the phone lines up in a little bit, but I gotta break this hot breaking news, man. This is some guy was in the chat the other night, and he was like, "Yo, listen, did you hear?" And I was like, "What? What? Tell me." And he goes, "Da-ba-da-da-da-da." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "This can't be real. No way this can be real." In my mind, I was like, "There's no chance that this can be real." And I mean, I don't know if I got proof today or not, but I think the proof that I did get, it might be real. But also, I just don't take it at face value. I think it might also be very, very interesting. Because you know, what happened with the pedals and Behringer over the last year is we saw some insane marketing techniques where a company went out there and they decided to let themselves get sued for the price. Now that they got a vintage pedal, they've got a collector's edition pedal. Not only one, not only two, I own one. I got one down there. I got the Behringer Murph. That's a collector's edition now. So they made this strategic decision to get sued in order to cement themselves a few pedals in the iconic vintage market. They're already vintage now. Okay? So all the vintage vagabonds out there, you know what you can do? You can eat your heart out. You can eat your heart out. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a Toneverk. I don't know, man. I've been thinking about these days. But anyways, the hot news tonight is this. I might as well break it right off the top. Rumors are out there that Behringer, according to someone who spoke to someone at Sweetwater. Now, man, this is rumor. All right, I haven't verified this with Daniel Fisher. I left him a message on his phone this morning. I was like, "Daniel, baby, listen, you got to hit me up later." He was like, he didn't say anything yet, but I was like, "You got to hit me up in a little bit, man. Let me know what's on the go." So I was like, "Is it true, man? Is this what's really going on?" And I don't know. Maybe he's not allowed to say because he hasn't ripped me back yet. But I got the feelers out. So we're about to see. I know that there's some big things popping. I know there's lots of name changes happening. I know that things are going on that, you know, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Do you know what I mean? And might be hard to make it affordable. Nah, bro, how is it gonna be hard to make it affordable? They already made the UBXA affordable. The UBXA is a 16-voice polyphonic aftertouch-enabled 8 voices of atrophy, insane monster machine modeled after the old Oberheim, okay? So, and they made that affordable. I mean, I think you can pick those up for $700 new some places, baby, okay? So what did they do? They came out and they said, "You know what, we'll make a 16-voice everything." So maybe they held back. You know what? PRO-16, to be honest, PRO-16, that name sucks, okay? We're done with the Pro this, Pro that, Pro this, Pro that, Pro this, Pro that. Call it something else, you know? Like, I think you might as well even change the look of it a little bit. Like, this is where I think someone who talked knew someone. Yeah, it's like Echo Kraft's cousin, you know? Me and Echo have a conversation, and the bro's got a nephew who got a cousin whose girlfriend's son, baby daddy, knew a guy who worked at the factory in Louisiana whose grandfather fathered 3 kids in North Carolina, and then they moved to New York, and then he worked in a sandwich shop making biscuits for Vittor Leone, and Vittor Leone's wife had a girl she did Pilates with who told him that the synth was getting canceled. That's like the kind of stories we get, okay? So you got to understand, this is multiple hand knowledge, all right? Multiple hand knowledge. UBXA $9.99 at Sweetwater right now. Apparently that's the rumor. All right, but we don't mind rumors. We like rumors. Yeah, baby, it should be the Bro-16. What's up, Patch Dog, baby? It should be the Bro-16, dude. I think you start calling shit bro. Enough with the pro, dude. It's the bro era. Doesn't everybody know now that's the bro era? I hate to say it. Some guy wrote, I might as well pull this up in a minute, but maybe I'll pull it up. I don't know. I think it's hilarious. But so this is the breaking news. This is what I got to say. I don't know if it's true or not. I think, you know what? If I was working at Behringer, I would say, you know what? Let's stir up a little controversy so we can get this news pumping before we bring a big release in. That's what I would do. Because Behringer's the king of guerrilla marketing. Behringer's the king of content creation. Behringer's the king of creating a tornado of anticipation, okay? That's for real. So I'm gonna show you this right now, and you tell me what you think. Let me show you this first. Not that. Sorry, I got another something here. Look at that, dude. That was what the Pro-16 was gonna look like. Right behind it is the beautiful JT-16 modeled after the Jupiter. Now, is that not gorgeous? It's gorgeous. Drop the P, throw in a B, call it the Bro-16, man. You wanna sell 10 million of these? Call it the Bro-16. Okay? That's what you should do, right behind the JT-16. So that's what we got. But then over the top of it, we got this. I found this today. Rourke, I think, posted in the Discord. And let me get a little closer, see what it says. I just got word from Sweetwater that the Pro-16 has been canceled by Behringer. And so they were, I just got word from Sweetwater that the Pro-16 has been canceled by Behringer, so that's why they're canceling my pre-order. I wondered if this was true, so I messaged my rep at Sweetwater, Ben. Now this might be true, this might not be. This could be total propaganda, okay? This is what we gotta understand. This might and might not be true. We're living in a world here right now where things are wild, okay? This might or might not be true. Hey Ben, I hope all is well. I got some semi-bad news. Behringer just let us know that the Pro-16 isn't happening, so I just canceled your order from last September. And then the bro goes, do you know why they canceled it? I forgot I had pre-ordered this. I bought a Prophet 5 earlier in the year, so no worries. Now, this might be synthaganda, dude. This might be propaganda in the synth world. We don't know yet. This could be a smear campaign going on. But one thing we do know is that when this comes across the hotline, we gotta check it out. We gotta check it out for real. So this is big news. Some dude dropped it in the chat the other day. I don't know if it was true or not. Let me make this smaller so we don't cover up the chat here. But is it possible? I don't know. Sounds like it might be possible. I don't know, dude. That sounds legit. You know, like a random Reddit post with a text message to Ben Sanders, or Ben Saunders, sorry, the Chicken Man, and then a reply being like, I don't know. I don't, personally, to me, if I was the one here, I'd be like, man, I think this is one of the most curious and genius marketing campaigns ever. You get the hype going again, just as Behringer's about to start up the synth printing press and roll these hot toddies all the way to the friggin' shop, baby, so we can pick them up one by one by one by one. And we had the Behringer Minis this week coming in hot to trot, double CZ1 plus the UBXA Mini. And what do you think? They're just gonna serve you hors d'oeuvres and leave you hanging? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You must have lost your mind. But as the most legit synth news channel on the internet, okay, the most legit, Shillbilly, okay, Shillbilly Elegy. If you haven't read that book, you should go buy it. I mean, this is a Prophet 12. This is a Bro-16, baby, a Prophet. That's what we should call it, dude. You know, that's what I think. Anyway, but so this is the rumors. This is propaganda, baby. This is propaganda to stir up the masses. This is a synth mafia, synth psyop we're going on here, okay? This is what you call trying to like divide and conquer the Behringer bros, man. Split us all up and get us fighting. But I'm here to tell you right now, I don't think that's what's happening. I think that this might be something a little more nuanced, something a little more sophisticated than what the regular pro might imagine, okay? Because the bro likes a blooming onion, okay? The bro just don't want a friggin' onion ring. He wants a blooming onion. He wants to see inside that onion. He wants to open it up. Get in there, have a look. What's on the go in that onion? That's what we're doing, okay? We're not just eating onion rings, dude. We're getting friggin' Outback blooming onions all day. So when we get a synth drop, a news drop like this, we peel back a couple layers and we think about it. So, for all you out there waiting for a PRO-16, you might get it. But guess what? If you don't get it, you're still gonna get a JT-16, okay? You're still gonna get a JN-60 or JN-80, okay? You're still gonna get a JN-80. You're still gonna get a Juno clone. You're still gonna get every single thing you've ever wanted and more. And you might even get this with a cooler name and a better fur coat, okay? With a whole pack of knickers underneath, all right? We ain't talking about geosynths, you know what I'm saying? We're not talking about a fur coat and no knickers, dude. We're talking about a fur coat with pink knickers, okay? That's what you might get. Now, I'm gonna open up the phone lines because I feel like just talking to the people tonight. So I got a new cryon made. Let me get this thing off the screen because we don't know if that's real or not, but it doesn't matter, all right? So let me get my phone geared up here. Hold on. I got multiple things happening all at once, as per usual. Okay? I'm about to open these phone lines up. And I just went and opened up my phones and I found out I got about 30,000 voicemails in here. I might just do a show one night where I just listen to a voicemail and then we all just have a bit of a laugh at it. All right? So I'm going to open the phone lines up ASAP. I gotta remember to turn the phone on. It's on off of Do Not Disturb now. Here's the phone line, baby. 413-279-4344. Call in, man. Tell me what you're thinking. You think this is legit? Or do you think it's too legit to quit? Do you think it's junk? Do you think it's bunk? Do you think it's stinky skunk? Or do you think it's super hunk news? All right? That's what you gotta decide. So the phone lines are opened up. 413-279. Let me move this over. Make it look a little more aesthetically pleasing. Put that right there. Okay? It's my new cryon. It looks better. Easier to read. Call us. All right? 413-279. We got a call coming in already. Can you believe it? Hold on. Welcome to that Synth Show, baby. How's it going? Let me turn your mic up. Who do we got on the hotline?
I'm not too bad. I'm just watching it's Twin Cities Oxygen.
Hey, what's up, my boy? What's happening?
I'm just here watching the Blue Jays Game 7, brother.
Oh, baby, Maple Syrup Mafia's about to whoop the Yankees' ass in baseball, are they? What's the score?
Oh, it's the Mariners. They're up 3-1.
Who is? The Blue Jays or the Mariners?
Mariners.
Ah, man, you got to give them a chance, right? Because, you know, the Americans get... Dude, if the Blue Jays go out there and whoop their ass like, what, 1991, the Americans are freak. You got to give them a chance, right? You got to always bring it to Game 7. What's the series at?
It's Game 7 American League Championship Series.
Damn, man, we gonna make a comeback?
They got to make it dramatic, right?
What inning?
Is it top of the 5th or top of the 6th?
All right, we still got time. We still got time. Anyway, what's up, dude? What's on your mind? What are you talking about?
I just calling quick. I gotta plug my event this weekend.
Oh damn,
you guys
bro!
gotta show up.
Dude, listen, man, there ain't nothing better than a shameless plug. I love it, baby. Shrimp Mafia all the way. What's happening? What do you got going on? Tell us about it.
I learned from the best.
You do, you know it, dude. What's up?
Oh, yeah, bros. We got the Synth for Shelter this weekend. I'd love if you guys show up, come subscribe, and give some money to these cats and dogs so they're not in their cages suffering. They need some support there.
100%.
And it's gonna be fun. We got 12 hours of anything goes.
Anything goes, man. Hey, give us a little rundown of the top of the order. Who do you got featured on the show coming up? This is let me just throw it up real quick. We got Saturday, October 25th, okay? The legendary creator of Shrimp Wave, Twin Cities Oxygen, got Synth for Shelter charity event. He's got legends all around the globe coming in from all corners of the earth, 'cause it ain't a ball, if you know what you're talking about. And who do you got on the lineup, my boy?
Well, leading off first, First to hit is the Machines one.
Hello.
And yeah, and who else we got? We got Bastel. Well, we got Patrick. What's Patrick Viltrusky? I don't know how to say his name.
Oh,
A guy from Bastel.
yeah, dude. We got the Bastel dude, man. Come on.
Yeah. And we got Rourke. We got Devin Bellinger.
Hello.
We got a big name here from Nova Scotia, Rich O'Coin.
Sweet.
He's
Richie
a big
O'Coin's
name.
in the house.
Yeah, man, you should check out his last few albums. He's just with his fourth one coming out of a series of four. He's using all like vintage and rare synthesizers, and like I think it's mostly instrumental, and it's pretty sick. It's worth checking out, Rich O'Coin.
Sweet.
And yeah, and that's not me hyping this. They sound freaking good. And you know, we got Hans Volt, we got Echo Kraft, we got Harmonic Sonics, we got Fred's Lab, we got Kiviak, we got some more boutique guys from Europe, Mass Sound Factory, and we got Liquid Sky Devices, IntelliGel.
Damn.
We got IntelliGel. Yeah, I've been
Bro.
hustling, man.
Dude, you got Future Sound Systems too? Did I see that on the list?
Yeah, I got Future Sound Systems.
Bro, I was telling the
Yeah.
cats out there the other day, I was like, don't be sleeping on the Maple Syrup Mafia, okay? Well, you Americans are all out here watching news, baby. We're working. Right?
Yeah, you ever see that? You ever see that gif of Dave Chappelle with the crown and he's holding his money?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's me right now. That's how I feel. I got a crown on. I got all this money, but the money is synthesizer performers, and I'm giving it to you to give back to the SPCA here in Nova Scotia.
Exactly, baby. You're bringing in the cheese to let the animals say please.
Yeah. So, you know, I really appreciate it if you guys show up, come out. You know, it's a good cause. It's a good event. You know, I worked hard to do this, and, you know, it means so much to me. I'm so thankful to all of you participating and promoting, and, you know, it's going to be fun.
You did a good thing, man. You hustled. You hustled hard. I think what you did too, man. Like I was talking about it the other day. I can't remember who I was talking about. I was at a meeting somewhere in some penthouse at a hotel, and we were discussing the Renegades and the Synth Renegade Mafia and all the different mafias, the Shrimp Mafia, the Iceberg Mafia, the Behringer Bros, the Bros Synth. We were talking about it all, and these cats were talking to me, and I was like, listen, man. The beautiful thing about what Twin Cities Auction just did, he grabbed the world by the shrimp nuts and he said, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and try to get a group of people together, threw it out. You got a bunch of heavy hitters coming in. You got IntelliGel, you got Fred's Lab, you got Future Sound Systems, you got Devin Belanger, man. Shout out to Devin Belanger, man, for showing up for the Maple Syrup Mafia, dude.
You got to respect that. You know, he could be doing it. You know, I'm not gonna name nobody, but I asked some people who are some names on SynthTube, and they either didn't respond or they said no. And when I said maybe you can recommend me some people, maybe you can and they're like don't even respond. Devin Belanger showed up. He's been promoting.
Yep.
So he's good in my book. Lifetime member, Maple Syrup Mafia, made man.
100%, bro. And Renegade certified, like Rourke says. Devin Belanger, say what you want. You just heard it from Twin Cities. Twin Cities reached out to everybody. People didn't respond. They blew them off. Didn't even give them the respect of a return email. And then you got Devin Belanger out there, one of the biggest glaze artists on the planet, handsome as hell, beautiful set of hair, gorgeous, and he's a member now of the Maple Syrup Mafia for life, and now he's got full patch Renegade status because he came out to support the Renegades when most of the other people just gave you the big you know what, right?
That's right.
Yep. Shout out to friggin' Devin Belanger.
Yeah, and I'm going to have a little bonus show too of some extra performances, people I couldn't get in, and a few local Nova Scotia artists on Sunday. I'll be running too if people need something to do Sunday afternoon.
Appreciate it, man. Epic, dude. It's really, I'm proud of you, dude. I think you did awesome. I think you actually really showed what a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of hustle can do, and it's inspiring. And I'm friggin' super proud of you, bro. And I think you got an awesome event going on. It's gonna be wicked.
I appreciate that. And let's go Jays.
Let's go Jays, baby. Sloop, sloop.
All right, take it easy, baby.
Yeah,
bye.
peace. All right, that's Twin Cities Oxygen Man with his Synths for Shelter event coming up Saturday, October 25th. Like he just said, he reached out to everybody. He got some massive heavy hitters in there, and a bunch of people blew him off. But you know what? You got to give respect to people who reached out, and they don't need to do any of this. And when you got these companies like Fred's Lab, IntelliGel, Kiviak Instruments, Future Sound Systems, Devin Belanger, all reaching out and saying, you know what, man, we'll help support you, support channel, support a cause, feed these little kitties and puppies. It's well worth it. And Twin Cities Auction, like I said, man, showed up, showed out. Next caller.
From?
It's Tony Toneverk.
All right, we got a call tonight. This might be a special call. We got Tony Toneverk. What's up?
Am I on? Am I on?
You live, dude. You're live.
It's Tony Toneverk. Jesus, I've been calling all freaking night. The freaking phone lines have been blasted up. I just want to get on the phone and talk to Synth Samurai. How we doing?
We doing good, man. And listen, I don't know about you, but Toneverk to me is probably one of the most top releases yet, and everybody's hating on it. But I think we should give it a chance, Tony. What do you think?
I think all those guys should watch the mouse. They should go have a conversation with their mother, maybe give her a hug, and then they should slap themselves in the face because the Toneverk is the best synth of the past 15 years. You hear me, Synth Samurai?
Bro, I hear you, and I'm starting to feel like, and you know, dude, I'm a Behringer bro at heart, so, you know, I always got to say that the best synths are Behringer, you know? But I was never an Electron fan, but this Toneverk, not only is it pretty, not only is gorgeous, but we got one of the top artists in the globe, the Machines One out there repping the Toneverk like, and I'm telling you, once this thing gets a couple tweaks, dude, I think it's going to be showtime. What do you think?
Listen, I don't know that joker, but all I can say is the Toneverk is the best thing out here. You listen to Echo Kraft? He told me that he was going to buy one and sample the Matrix Brute. So that's all I needed to hear. I went and bought one, and I've been just ripping through synth patches all day, every day with the Matrix Brute and the Toneverk. It's the best synth ever.
Dude, that might be the killer combo, the Toneverk and the Matrix Brute.
8 voices, pure freaking fire. You don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing, dude. Listen, you don't know nothing.
You want to give those dogs a shelter. You go buy a Matrix Brute and a Toneverk. Everyone's going to be lining up to put you in the house.
Dude, I think that might... Listen, you got a Matrix Brute and a Toneverk, you're halfway to a mansion, if you ask me, if you put a little hustle in there. You know? Imagine showing up to a show with a Matrix Brute and a Toneverk.
Listen, forget about it.
Forget about it, baby. Listen, you got any projects on the go these days? You buying anything? You straight Toneverk?
Everything Toneverk, everything Matrix Brute. I might even buy some mozzarella and sample that. 8 voices, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I hear you, dude.
8 voices.
You need 8 voices on that, man. Can you just tell the people real quick what the specs are on this beauty? And we don't need to go deep. We don't need to get crazy. Just run it straight for the everyman. What can this beautiful thing do?
Listen. It ain't even about the specs, okay? Just look at the damn thing. It's
True.
Beautiful.
True.
It's beautiful. It's a spitting image of your mother. Just look at it.
Damn,
That's
bro.
all you need to know.
Hey, you can't argue with that, dude. What are you going to say? Your mama's ugly? Not mine.
No, exactly. Watch your mouth, Synth Samurai.
Exactly, bro. You got one of the most beautiful moms on the planet. You know that.
Thanks. You too. You too. And you tell Echo Kraft he better get himself a damn Toneverk.
Listen,
that
man.
Freaking Matrix Brute looking a little lonely. I think I even saw some dust on it. God forbid. He need to do a couple Hail Marys.
Yeah, he needs to break out that rosary.
About the damn Moog Muse. I haven't seen him use a Matrix Brute in 2 years.
Oh, damn, shots fired. Dude, listen. A lot of people are wondering if that Matrix Brute's still in the house. Some people think he might have sold that thing for, some people think he might have sold that for the puppy. I don't know. And that's where he got the money for the puppy. I don't know. That's a special puppy he got. That was an imported puppy from Italy. You know that, right?
You know, I think I heard that. I think he loved the Matrix Brute so much, but then when he got his puppy, he was like, look, I need a place for my puppy to go, you know?
I know, man. And I think,
and maybe it's not working anymore. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
I do. I feel you, man. I smell what you're cooking, bro. And it smells sweet.
Too much puppy glaze.
A little too much puppy glaze. You might be right about that, actually.
Those are just the words on the street. Anyways, I was just trying to call in. I want y'all to know, Tony Toneverk says, go buy a Toneverk. And if not, go to your mother and let her know how disappointed she is. than you, and she's gonna slap you in the face. That's all I gotta say.
All right, baby. That's Tony Toneverk, man. Take it easy, my boy.
Peace out.
That's Tony Toneverk. Listen, you got a lot of people out here who love their synthesizers, but I don't think there's a bigger fan out there than Tony Toneverk, okay? Tony Toneverk, I do believe that Tony Toneverk bought that synth because his mom said the Toneverk is legit. And listen, Tony Toneverk, he's like any of those straight up boys out there. When the mama says go, he goes, you know? Respect for the mamas out there. Happy Mother's Day, early or late. Happy Mother's Day for next year. How about that? We got another call coming in.
From
Echo Kraft.
Oh, we got the one and only Echo Kraft, the Daywalker, the most handsome, okay? The ageless, the forever young, the king of Sting. What's up, baby?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm just having a good time, man. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. No, nothing. I just listened to the last jamoke that you had on there. What was his name? Tony Toneverk? What a fucking jamoke.
Tony Toneverk.
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah, he's a jamoke. You know what a jamoke is?
I don't know. It don't sound good.
A gumvali. You know what a gumvali is?
Hey, bro, I got it on, dude.
Gumvali. He's a pain in the freaking ball sack, okay? I don't know who he is, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Vafangul to that guy, all right?
Yeah, bro.
About the Matrix Brood and the Toneverk. Come on, bro. I have a Toneverk, and you do too. You know, come on.
Dude.
Come on.
What do you got against the Toneverk?
Dude, $1,600 for a box the size of a freaking a 7-year-old's lunch box that he takes to school with him. Come on, bro.
It has so many wonderful sounds in it. It sounds so wonderful. You could do so many tracks with it.
I haven't seen Machines One do shit with that thing, bro. Okay? And whoever this Tony Toneverk is, I have an idea I know who he is. I got guys, okay?
I think Tony Toneverk knows who you are, too.
Oh, yeah. He does. He knows who I am. He's talking about dust on my Matrix Brute. Let me tell you something. The only thing that's going to be dusted is him, okay?
I think I had about 4 or 5 emails this morning alone. They were asking, where's Echo's Matrix Brute? And I was like, listen, I was talking to Echo the other day, and you can vouch for this. And I said, bro, I'm thinking about getting a Matrix Brute Noir if I can pick one up for like $900. And you were like, man, you should get one, but you do know that if you get the Matrix Brute, the haters are coming. Because I believe that the Matrix Brute right now might be one of the most hated on synthesizers out there. And someone needs to bring it back to life. And I think that man is you.
Well, I like the Matrix Brute a lot. You know that. And a lot of people don't like it. And I don't know why. You know, the Machines One is always saying,
You know, you could take that thing if you were homeless and sleep on it. It's so big.
you know, and here's a guy, you know, that's talking about a lunchbox, okay? If I was homeless, I'd rather sleep on a Matrix Brute than use a freaking lunchbox for a pillow. Okay? This guy got me heated, bro.
Well, listen, I think you need to really need to stand up for your synths more, man. A lot of people come after your synths these days. I heard a dude the other day going after the Rev 2. I heard a guy going after
who was that dude? I wonder who that was. Oh, shocking. It was you.
I heard a guy going after the Muse, bro.
Yeah. You know, everybody comes after me. You know what the problem is? They're not going to know when I'm coming after them.
Oh.
That's all I'm going to say.
Well, if should I get the Matrix Boot? It's something that I've had in my cart a few times. It was actually, to be honest with you, dude, it was actually one of the first synthesizers I was ever thinking about buying. And I just like,
I know you told me that.
I was just like, it's too big, you know, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's like your first tattoo. You want a tattoo and you get a small one first, and then you always regret it because it was like too small, you know?
I never got a small tattoo. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Little bitch tattoo. It's like, I love when people say that.
I'm going to get a tattoo.
Oh, yeah, what are you going to get?
I was going to get a little flower on my thigh.
Bro, I got a freaking big Georgia peach on my left cheek. Mrs. was like, what'd you get that for? I was like, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big old Georgia peach, and because I got a bunch of like cool peach fuzz just my left butt cheeks. I was in a fire when I was younger, and it burned all the hair off the right side of my cheek. So I only got peach fuzz on the left side of my cheek. So my buddy was like, "Bro, you should get a freaking Georgia peach right there." And I was like, "All right, screw it, I'll get a Georgia peach."
Wow. Okay. Well, that's, TMI, I guess, right? Well, I'm just saying, when some people, they get tattoos, though, I cringe because, if you're going to get a tattoo, because I'm going to tell you something right now, and I hate to get off the subject, but if you get a tattoo, you're getting your first tattoo. Anybody out there that knows about tattoos, when you're getting your first tattoo, if you're into it, you're already thinking about while you're getting the tattoo when your next one's going to be.
That's a fact.
So go big or go home.
I agree with that on pretty much everything these days. Go big or go friggin' home.
And I got to tell you, again, the Matrix Brute, I want to get back to that. So, and I know you got other callers that want to call in, and I'm really glad that you did this show tonight. I was on SOAR driving home tonight because tonight's their last show of the 365, and it was funny as hell. It was good. And then all of a sudden the connection died. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I just, it's kind of nice that you're doing this too. But the Matrix Brute, if you get it, it's going to blow your mind because it's paraphonic. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. I do a lot of interesting things with it. It's not dusty. It turns on. It still works. I have been remodeling my studio and taking things down and selling stuff. And like I said last night on my show, my studio is in shambles right now in this one part. There's one area. And I'm just rearranging things. So here's my thing. I'm going to do another demo on the Matrix Brute. Mm-hmm. And, I'm going to do it without any instruments because, I always have other instruments involved when I do stuff. I'll just do a demo on the Matrix Brute.
I'd love that.
We always say when we buy synths, we demo them and we check them out, and then we never go back to them and we go to the next thing, right? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get out of that. You did that a month or two ago. I remember you did that with the monopoly. You did another demo on the mono. You revived the monopoly, even though you use it all the time. It was cool that you did that because it made me buy one.
It's like Back to the Future, Synth edition.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. But listen, the Toneverk guy, right? I get it. He's coming at me. He's shots fired at me. Whatever you call it. Listen. In my neighborhood where I grew up, right, you put your money where your mouth is. Mm. If you're talking trash and you're talking shit, that's fine. But when you're met on the street and you're still talking trash and you're still talking shit, you might get what's called a knuckle sandwich. Have you ever heard one of those?
Extra cheese.
Oh, yeah, you get some extra cheese, all right. Yeah, maybe some brass knuckles. There's your cheese.
You get some brass cheese, dude.
But anyway, listen, Samurai, you're the man. I love you, I love the Renegades, and I'm going to be doing a demo on the LM drum, and I know Patch Dog's out there. He's on the channel right now, and he's in the chat, and I'm very excited, Mr. Patch Dog, because I got this thing, and I think it sounds fucking unbelievable. Pardon my French.
The LM drum, I think, might be one of Behringer's coolest cloning achievements. I shouldn't say cloning, recreation achievements. It's people love it, and the people hating on it are just haters. They're just like haters, right?
I think that the Roland, the TR-1000, I said it before. It's gorgeous. It sounds amazing, but I just don't see. I just don't see why it's that expensive. I don't, whatever. Who knows? Maybe I'll buy one and blow everybody's mind. We'll see what happens.
See what happens, man. Listen, I got to tell you something, man. I do love you. I consider you a great friend. I think you got an amazing show, and I think what you do for the synth community is awesome. I saw a bunch of you guys on SOAR tonight. Shout out to SOAR for doing the 365 days, every day streaming for over a year. I think they did 420, which is mental. And
yeah,
I think when it's looked back upon and when they exit for a little bit and take a well-needed break and some time off and a vacation, that the community, not only the synth community, brought a lot of people together. I think a lot of people are going to really appreciate what type of value they added to their life when they're gone. That's what I think. Just like everybody, but you know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I know. They're not a synth channel. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. I think they're going to be missed. I think people are going to miss that community. And it's cool. They brought a lot of people together. A lot of people took off because they didn't like the way they talked and the politics and all that other stuff. But hey, whatever.
Everything.
You know what?
Everything's not for everybody.
That's right. It's like when you're watching TV and something comes on that you don't like. What do? You don't sit there and fucking suffer through it.
Yeah.
You change the channel.
Everything's not for everybody, you know.
It's real simple. You know what I mean? But, the rest, and then you got the keyboard cowboys that are out there going, well, I don't like it, and you should stop swearing. It's like, shut up. Go home. Go back to your mother's basement. Crawl in there, will you?
It's like, this ain't for you. This ain't for you. It's like, you open the door to the saloon, and everybody turns around and looks at you. If you don't like that kind of vibe, then it ain't for you, you know?
Exactly.
You just kind of say, this is not for me.
We the shit that we get. You get shit all the time. I get emails and stuff all the time too. It's like, I really, I had my kids watching the show. You should really lay off the swearing. Well, my show's not kid rated, so put your kids to bed and go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? So that's where I live. Hate to be so rude, but I mean that's who I am. I can't change who I am, man, and I'm not gonna.
Don't change who you are, man. You're a gem. You're beautiful.
Same here, bro. You are too. Listen, anybody out there who doesn't appreciate the samurai, listen to some of the renegades, what they say. Because if it wasn't for Synth Samurai, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass, bro. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gone live like I do. And I know Twin Cities wouldn't have done what he's doing. He's doing something amazing, right? And you've got Tactical MIDI, you've got Hans Volt, you've got the Machines One, God rest his soul, you had Uncle Jerry doing stuff, you've got Apollo. All these people came out of nowhere and started doing stuff, right? And it's because you're inspiration. And people criticize that. They don't have their minds aren't open. They're not open to whatever the hell we're trying to do here. And what we're trying to do is just create a community that doesn't take any shit from anybody and just becomes themselves and finds their way.
If you don't like reggae, don't go to a reggae bar, okay? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, seriously.
I love it though. I think the new vibe is like, it's all good, man. Listen, if you don't want to hang around, I don't want to make you. So it's all good. We're just doing our thing. We're having a good time. We talk about synths differently. We got a different type of linguistical character to ourselves. We got a different type of edge, and it's not for everyone, but it's a good time. And if you kind of just relax a little bit, enjoy the show, you might be surprised how good of a time it actually is, right?
Yeah, it's just, it's all about fun. It's all about music. It's all about synthesizers, I don't know, man. I just think people are just so goddamn stuck up or in their own little brains that they don't know how to expand their minds and just, and the other thing is people also try to tell you how to run things and how to do things. And I just sit there and go, dude, you want to do that? Go start your own show. Go start your own channel, man. It's, I don't know. Listen, I've taken enough of your time. I'm sure there are other people who want to call. You rock.
Man. You're the man.
The Synth Renegades rock, Soar rocks, and I'm going to find out where Tony Toneverk, Turnvika,
I got a
Schnitzel lives.
I got a feeling Tony Toneverk's going to have something to say next week.
Yeah, well, he can say whatever he wants, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't ever wake up in the middle of the night and find something dead next to you. That's all I'm going to say.
You might find a horse head in your bed.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, bro. Let's get another call in here. You're the man.
All right, you too, bro.
All right, baby.
Peace.
All right, we got another call.
From
Buddah, bro.
All right, what's happening? You're online, man. You know the deal.
Yo.
Turn that radio down. What's up?
Yo, who this? The Samurai?
This is him, man. What's happening?
Yo, what's up, Samurai? This Buddah Brown, brother.
What's up, Buddah Brown? What's happening?
You got it, man. I just want to get on your line and say I love my mama.
Bro, you ain't the only one, dude. Not your mama. I love my mama. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So you love your mama?
Yeah, dude. You know it.
Yeah, I love my mama.
Let me tell you
But
something.
look here.
What's the favorite? What's the favorite thing?
Look here, Sammy Blood. Look here, my Nelka. I got a bunch of synthesizers right now.
You in the game?
And I sound like I'm out of breath, but I got a bunch of synthesizers.
Dude, is this
You
Big
want to
Kev?
know why I got a bunch of? You want to know? Hey, look, I'm talking, Samurai. I'm talking, baby. Nah, you want to know why I got a bunch of synthesizers?
Yeah, I do want to know.
Look here, brother. Because I'm a big dude. I'm fat. All I eat is synthesizers. And I got food on them. I got some with missing keys. And I just got to say this, Sammy, baby. We got to purge these synthesizers, baby.
Oh, dude.
Because I got too many. They're making me fat, Sammy.
Bro, you got to stop eating and playing.
You right, brother. You know my fingers look like fat, burnt hot dogs. And they don't even fit on the keys no more, Sammy.
Dude, you got those 3-day-old burnt wieners cooking on those hands.
And sometimes, Sammy, they smell good too. Like it get me all hungry again.
Dude, listen, man, you got those fingers full of ketchup.
I heard you was the man to get the ketchup from, Sammy.
Well, listen, I got something for you if you're interested. Hit me up on the back channel there, Big Kev. Listen, I got a 3rd generation ketchup recipe, and I also got a 16th generation fermented ketchup wine, bro. So, but I don't give that to everybody.
Man, you making me hungry, baby.
Well, listen.
Sammy, don't go nowhere yet, Sammy. Hang on, brother. I was just getting into the purge, baby. Look, all y'all cats out there who eating too many synthesizers, y'all need to purge them things. There's some people out there, you dig? They can't afford what you got, baby. So you got to let them go to the people who need them. You got enough synthesizers. Y'all know y'all fat over there. Shout out to my mama.
Dude,
I love my mama.
You're talking about all those synth pigs.
Huh?
You're talking about all those synth pigs out there, dude.
I'm pigging out over here, Sammy. I can't even play them anymore with my fat fingers. So if y'all got too many synthesizers, purge them babies. Let somebody else play. I can't purge mine, Sammy. I'm gonna be honest. They smell like hot sauce, and one of them got grit stuck in the crevices. The oscillator don't oscillate no more. I done ate them shits up, Sammy. I ate them motherfuckers. But y'all ain't gotta be like me. No, I need to get out there, purge y'all synthesizers. And the number one thing I wanted to say, Sammy, was love your mama, baby. This is Buddah Brown, baby. Buddah Brown don't stare nobody wrong.
Buddah Brown, love your mama, baby. Listen, you're on that filter sweep and a load of bacon grease shoots out and hits the wall, and you're like,
Hey, I thought I was bleeding one day and it was bacon grease.
Oh, damn,
and I said to myself, damn, my blood tastes good, Sammy. I didn't realize it was the bacon grease come out of the damn oscillator. It done oscillated its way onto my lips, and I said, damn, these synthesizers is good.
You said, Mama, I'm bleeding, Mama. Mama, I'm bleeding.
So you hear what I'm saying, baby?
100%.
You a synthesize. Hey, Sammy, I'm a synthesize you a synthesizer plan because you a synthesizing man.
I hear you, man. I feel it. I feel it big time. I'm on that synth diet, dude. I'm on that synth diet. Okay, I'm doing that synth fast at the moment.
Yeah, you look good, Sammy. You like what's that dude name? You like the Richard Simmons of synthesizers,
Synth Simmons,
Sammy.
baby.
You look
Synth
good.
Simmons. Synth Simmons.
Yeah, Synth Simmons, baby. You out there doing good with them glasses on and yeah. What you need to get, Sammy, is an afro or jerry curl or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you can rock that shit.
Buddah Brown, listen,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing something a little different with the hair soon. I don't know what, but I like the jerry curl idea a lot.
Hey, look, Sammy, before I get up out of here, my brother. I'm sorry, nigga. I fell asleep for a little bit. But look, before I get up out of here, Sammy, I want everybody just to know, sell your synthesizers. You don't need all them things. And love, and I mean love your mama.
Yeah, love
You
your mama.
do?
I dig it, dude. I dig it, man. That Buddah Brown, I appreciate you calling in, man. You got that good vibe. I like it.
Hey, thank you, Samurai. I thought you would like that, my brother.
Buddah
Hey,
Brown.
shout out to the Machines Ones. Hey, shout out Machines One. Yeah.
That's Buddah Brown.
My
That's Buddah
nephews
Brown,
out
baby.
there. Yeah. Yeah.
Buddah Brown.
What'd you say, Sammy?
I said, Buddah Brown, you're welcome here anytime. How about that?
Hey, thank you, my brother. See, they said you was a bad dude, but I knew better than that. Yes, sir. I knew that this was a God-honest white dude.
I'm so bad, I'm
I
good.
said to myself, I said to myself, he might feed a brother too if I treat him good. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I got about 6 jars of bacon grease down in the fridge downstairs. I've been saving up for the moment.
Hey, Sammy, I think I just jizzed myself, Sammy. You can't talk to a brother about the bacon grease like that. You can't do it to a brother, Sammy.
Man, you need to take a synth nap, Buddah Brown.
Yo, Sammy, I think I lost my phone in my neck. My neck is way too big, Sammy. I was resting my phone on my neck. I think my neck ain't my phone, so I'm going to have to get the wife to fish that out in a minute here. Let me get back to y'all. But, hey, look, I love you, baby. Love what you're doing. You know, Buddah Brown approved, baby. Buddah Brown approved, baby.
That's Buddah Brown, baby. Buddah Brown.
Shout out to the Hans Bowden shit, nigga, back looking like a goddamn popo map, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but yeah, brothers, I love y'all renegades. You dig?
I dig, man. That's Buddah Brown, baby. The one and only. Love your mama. And take it easy on the bacon grease.
Love your mama. Peace out, baby.
Peace, baby. That's Buddah Brown. The one and only. The Buddah Brown, man. I think he's Big Kev's cousin. Big Kev was on the show a while back, but Buddah Brown ain't playing around. Buddah Brown got tons of synthesizers. The problem is he was using them as tables. He had too many around. The thing about Buddah Brown needs a MIDI controller and a laptop. All right, maybe an MC707, TR-8S or something like that. You put too many synthesizers, too many 61, 72, 29,000 key synths around, they just turn into tables, okay? Before you know it, you got a bag of Doritos over there. You got a bag of Cheetos over there. You got a plate of chicken fingers over there. You got a half-eaten steak full of ketchup over there, all right? Some people can't control themselves, and the only way they can control themselves is a synth purge. And Buddah Brown knows it better than anybody, okay? So that's Buddah Brown. I might take one more call here tonight, and then I gotta hit it. I gotta hit the sack. And the news of the evening, of course, is the Pro-16 may or may not be coming. Personally, I think it's a little look over here while you check out what's happening here. It's a little bit of this with a little bit of that. And suddenly, before you know it, there's going to be a massive release next week or the week after, and the tornado will roll through your town. The Behringer NATO will roll through your town. It will rip the ground up. And before you know it, your house is full of synths. All right? You have more synths than you know what to do with. All right, who else we got on the go here? We got Smarty 1970, what's happening? Banana Rider, what's happening? We got Wendell, what's happening? We got Shoutout Hans Volt. What's that? It's live, of course it's live, baby. What's up, Paul, my boy? What do you want to call in? Say hello? You know the phone lines are open, 413-279-4344. This is live, of course. Live and in color. Yeah, pick up the phone, call in, Paul, baby. We'll have a chat. You be the last caller tonight if you want. We got it on 413-279-4344. I'll tell you what, the call-in show is might be my favorite in the whole series, I think. Maybe. I don't know. It's just good. It's just getting some calls, talking to the people. Sometimes it's serious. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's heated. Sometimes it ain't. You know, but one thing about the call-in show, you definitely get some cool perspectives on what's going on. And yeah, listen, I think it's almost standard on the show. Is this live? It's like the question should be, is this recorded? Because it's 99% of the time it's live, you know? And if it ain't live, I might try to make it look like it's live somehow, you know, and something like that. But I don't know. There's lots of exciting things going on in the synth world. I checked this out over here. Let me pop this up for a sec while the phone lines are still open here. Hold on. So I got this little article I was looking at the other night. Phone lines are still open. 413-279-4344. I was checking it out. The best mono synths for under $500. Leads and bass lines. Now, when I looked through this list the other night, I was like, I think I might almost agree with all of them. Like, what would you guys think the best mono synths for under $500? I'd go with, I mean, it's hard to beat. I think right now, if you were to say to me, what is the best mono synth for under $500? For basses and leads, I don't know. But the best, most enjoyable mono synth for under $500 is the Malevolent by PWM. The Behringer Model D, probably tied. I mean, because you can get that for $250. So the Malevolent and the Model D are probably the two, if I was to recommend. But the Malevolent got it beat because it's got the keys on there. This here, you nitty bitty keyboard. But the Model D sound is crazy. Most of my first jams back in the day were all friggin' Model D through the Digitech Polera and the Digitech Obscura delay, and then the Digitech Notilla chorus and flanger. I would put it through those three, and this thing would just go absolutely nuclear. So I think the Model D is up there big time. What else did they have on the list? They got this one, Echo Kraft's favorite. The Korg Monologue, great for beginners. Now, this might be, for a beginner, that's cheap, dude. This thing is cheap. It's great. Sounds good. 2 VCOs, filter, VCA, LFO envelope each. It's got classic straightforward architecture. It's great for a first synth, you know. It packs a punch, too, for a mono synth. I don't know. Let's see what you guys are saying. You guys got any ideas what the best first mono synths? What's Echo saying? MS1. MS1 by Behringer is a great mono synth for sure. We've got the Micro Freak by Arturia. That's like $250. Very cool. I know Hans Volt gave one to his daughter, I think. What's Echo Kraft saying? Behringer MS1, yep, for sure, Echo. 100%. MS1 is one of the, hands down, it's a pretty good synth, man. I'm thinking about picking up the Mark II. If they made one in yellow, Hans, you got to see if that fluorescent green one's still for sale at Three Waves Music Store. I love that. How much is it, I wonder? This one's a huge seller, the Novation Bass Station. Under $500. Gigantic keys. This got keys the same size as friggin' Buddah Brown's fingers. All right? They're long and fat. What else we got down here? And, I mean, the Dreadbox, Erebus, and Hades reissue. I almost bought both of these twice, and I missed the deal. But I think out of all these, I'd probably go with Keyboard Kingpin. My favorite mono synth is the Roland Pro Mars. It's not cheap. We don't mind, man. We ain't worried about cheap. We just like it. If we like it, we buy it. Right, Trader? You know the deal. The Burp 2600. Epic for under $500. Insane. Sub 25 is over. Is that under $500? I don't know. Bass Station 2 is a contender. PWM, what's up, baby? Good evening. What's happening? We got PWM in the chat. Anybody got any questions for PWM? Throw them in the chat. Welcome. So lots of cool stuff going on these days, man. I think it's super exciting. There's so much exciting stuff in the synth world right now. Everybody's got a chance to get a hold of some beautiful gear, high quality, awesome sounding. It's just a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful time to be involved in the electronic music scene. You know, I don't even know how I got involved in it. I somehow got involved in it, and I'll tell you what, it's been an absolute wild ride so far. A beautiful journey. I've only been involved in it for like 3 years, I guess, maybe you could say. Yeah, 3 years. I've kind of been on the scene, maybe. Probably 2, really. And in the last 2 years, what a friggin' laugh we've had, man. So many good times. Met so many good people. So many cool musicians. So many legends. We got a call coming in.
PWM.
PWM, what's happening, baby?
Oh, man, I'm here.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, I might have to sort of pause the audio.
Yeah, you got to turn. You know, it's like old school radio style, right? You got to turn.
There we go.
Yeah, you got to turn that audio down, and then we're good.
Okay, I'm using a traditional telephone.
Dude, this is old school. This is old school.
Yeah, man.
This is
How's it going?
throwback. It's good, dude. What are you up to?
Oh, God. Well, me and Ben were just chatting. We're figuring out stuff. We're working on firmware, as we do at this time of night.
Oh yeah, late at night. You know, grinding it out.
I know. This is. You know, do you guys know Lewis Cole?
Lewis Cole.
Lewis Cole. So he has a band called Noah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's such a dude. He's an amazing drummer, multi-instrumentalist, just, you know, crazy guy. He has a track called "In the Weird Part of the Night,"
mm-hmm.
and what he basically says is like, you know, between 3 and 6, that's when my best ideas hit.
Yep.
That's one of his lyrics, and that's how I feel.
You a night owl? Night owl?
Oh, totally. So this time of night is when me and Ben, like, we're chatting back and forth about what we should do next. You know, can we get Mantis? Can we get some more voices out of it, or what we can do? Because, you know, Sequential have launched the Form.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you guys feel about that thing.
Yep, the Sequential
It's kind
Form,
of like,
yeah.
you know, do you know what? They missed an opportunity. They should have called it the Pro 4, right? Because you got the Prophet 5. Why didn't they call it the Pro 4?
I don't know, man. I actually, candidly speaking, I think that name sucks a little bit. It's like, I feel like they really did miss it. When I heard it, I was like, is it 4M? Is it Forum? It's like...
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just to be honest, it's kind of like, I feel the same. I feel like they missed an opportunity to call it the Pro 4. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of weird.
And I love those guys because, you know...
Yeah, no hate. It's just weird name. No hate. Weird name, right?
You know, I left Novation before they acquired the Sequential thing, the whole Dave Smith Instruments and the Oberheim thing. But you know, I always I've got some great friends still there. You know, Chris Calcutt and stuff, and you know, I really wish them the best. I think they're great guys, but I don't know. It's it's a bit of a dig at the Mantis.
It seems like they're coming for the Mantis, doesn't it? When I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, you're doing a 4 now? Why would you do a 4?"
I know.
I'm like, there's really only one 4 king at the minute, you know?
I mean, it's great to talk to you guys and the Renegades because, you know, the Mantis is a fucking great synth. And, you know, it stands up against the Form. The Form's kind of, well, it's a bit of a kind of smaller version of a Pro 5. So, you know, I think we've got more features. I think we've got a better sound. I think, you know.
Looks better.
People should be buying our thing, you know.
Looks better, too.
Thank you.
Yeah, looks better, man. So what are you just saying? Do you think you can add some more voices to the Mantis? Is that what you just said?
Oh, you know, do you see I'm giving too much away
okay.
night? You know?
Hypothetically, in a wild world.
We've hit the processor limit, I think. But you know what I'm like with you guys. You know, I always like to talk to you guys first, and you know, like you got the exclusive on the Oscar wavetables. You got the exclusive on us bringing back the Oscar full,
rebirth,
the proper Oscar. You know, so this is how we work. You know, we're a small company. We talk about stuff late at night. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, and so me and Ben I was just saying to Ben, well, you know, we've hit the processor limit, but what about like a paraphonic mode or something where we could maybe have it so that it plays the two voices differently? That's one idea I had. Or, you know, what about if we turn off the detune voice, because it detune oscillator? So I don't know if you know, but well you know, right? Mm-hmm. You know, Samurai, you know. But for each voice, we have 4 oscillators. We've got oscillator 1, oscillator 2, a sub, and we've got the detune oscillator. So what about if we sacrifice the detune oscillator? Could we claw back a little bit of CPU there, and instead of having that, have a mode where you don't have the detune voice, but perhaps you get like maybe a 5 voice or like a 6 voice instead?
Ooh, dude.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
We're always like riffing back and forth, me and Ben, especially at this time of night, trying to figure out other ideas, what we might do, you know, what is possible.
Well, brother,
you know,
the thing about I got the Mini Freak right here next to me. So I got the Mantis right in front. I got the Mini Freak to the left.
Yeah.
The cool thing about the Mini Freak is they got a paraphonic mode that turns it from a 6 voice poly to a 12 voice paraphonic.
Right. So, you know, I don't know if you know, but originally that was my idea because when we inherited the design from Chris, it was a duophonic. Mm-hmm. And I said to Ben, look, you know, can we split that up? Maybe we can make a dual paraphonic. Well, as we went through development, we ended up with making it a quad voice because it is a true 4-voice polysynth, because that was kind of easier than doing the paraphonic thing.
Yep.
However, if we bring that back now on top of all the development we've done to get it to this point, well, we could maybe double up to 8. But it would be paraphonic, though.
But dude, I'm telling you,
it would be like a special mode. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I personally think, okay, so I got a Behringer monopoly over here, which is a paraphonic synth, and I always play 4-note chords on it, and I love the fact that it's got that little bit of nuance that, you know, depending on which finger touches first, that's the oscillator it hits. Do you know what I mean? So depending on where you might have the oscillator set at a higher octave and everything, and then every time you hit the same chord, it might sound a little bit different depending on, you know, which fingers push. I think dude, if you can add another voice or two to this in a paraphonic mode, I think that's a freaking great idea, dude.
Well, I mean, we're always looking for new ways to like develop more, and you know, it doesn't stop when you buy a PWM synth. That is not where we stop developing. We just keep thinking of new stuff. It's like conversations like this late at night, or I went to see Divkit. I took the the new Oscar Rebirth. I took that to see Starsky Carr up in Liverpool. We got a video out on that. Yeah, you've seen it, right?
Yeah, it was awesome,
so then we took it over to DivKid, and he's like played with it a bit. You know, these dudes, I like to share it around. This is not how normal manufacturers work.
No.
It's not actually the best way to make money. But I'm not in it to make money. I want to make the best instruments, you know?
To me personally, I love the idea of what, like, you know, we got a kind of a friendship going on here now, and the Renegades,
Sure.
and the fact that you're opening up and taking everyone on a journey with you. I think it almost trumps the secretive aspect to it a lot of times. This day and age, you know what I mean? I feel like bringing everyone along the journey and the ride, and getting input from the people who might end up owning it as you're going and talking about different ideas. I mean, you're literally crowdsourcing, you know, hundreds of people's brainstorming ability in live time, you know? So you're in this immediate feedback loop where you can throw something out there, and it's different when you throw it out.
You know me, I love it. I mean, I've never said that I'm the cleverest person in the room. I've never said that, you know. I love collaboration. I set up my company to work in this way and to just get everybody's input, and it's like, well, what makes sense now? And well, that's a great idea. So why don't we do that? You know, so I've always been that way right from day one. 2018, I started Paul Whittington Group Limited, which then was then PWM was born out of that, and you know, I've not changed since day one.
I like your idea. Just like explain a little bit about your mindset of how you incorporate other people in like these collaborations. You did one with Future Sound Systems for the Malevolent.
Sure.
Chris Huggett's obviously with the Mantis. Like, I love the idea that you're looking for talent and people who've got these skills, and you're like, let's do this together. I think it's so brilliant.
Sure, thank you. Well, so I spent 25 years working for Evolution, then M Audio, then Focusrite, Novation, and all these companies, you know, as a product manager, senior product manager, project manager, various different roles. And I've always loved having like teams of people and, you know, not being precious about it, and just basically being the guy that sits in the middle, gathers all the ideas together and goes, oh, we'll do that, or we'll do that, and getting everyone on board and like steering the ship. And, you know, when I got to a point in my career, it was in 2018, and I thought, well, you know, I've done this a lot of times for a lot of people, and now I think we should kind of create our own thing, and maybe I can do it for myself now. And so that's when I started PWG, or PWM, and I immediately went to the guys that I knew. So I'd met Finley because he did an internship after his degree at Focusrite Novation, and we worked on the base station 2 together within the Novation company. The second project, the hybrid, well, Chris Huggett. So I'd work with Chris on the Mini Nova and the Ultranova, the Mini Nova, the Peak. There's a Novation engine in the circuit, the circuit mono station, which was a base station 2 adaptation. You know, a bunch of different products. I also did a load of stuff aside from that. I did the Launchpad Pro. You know, well, I spoke about circuit and stuff, but you know, did a bunch of stuff there. So Chris was like my next go-to guy. I just went to him and said, you know, what would you think? Would you like to make a synth with me? I've gone out on my own. You know, I've got the experience of Chinese manufacture. You know, I've got some friends, you know, and factories. I've been out there for years doing stuff for these big companies. I could provide that. And then, of course, you know, I've developed a distribution network where we can sell it. So we can sell it through Source in the UK, Hyperactive in Germany, Voltage and Company in the States, Mogar in Southern Europe. You know, these different distribution partners. So we've set up like an engine, if you like, with like production in China and then distribution all over the world. And so I feel like I've got a kind of...
the pipeline was there, you just had to pump the oil through it.
Say again, sorry?
The pipeline was built, you just had to pump the oil.
Well, I hope so. There's kind of a bit in the middle, which is where the creativity happens. That's my bag. That's the bit I love. But we've got the ability to manufacture it. We've got the ability to sell it. So it's like, you know, bring the ideas here. So project number 1, The Malevolent, was me. Future Sound Systems, which is Finley down in Bristol, and Ben, who we'd met at, Ben Supper, who's a genius. You just look up Ben Supper online.
Bro, I watched one of his videos where he was up there giving a presentation.
Oh my goodness!
And it was
so he's just done the AES talk. He's preparing now for the ADC talk. He will be so that's Audio Developer Conference. He's going to be doing that in a few weeks. He's going to be talking all about how the Oscar being recreated and how to bring an old synth back into, you know, it's all on a massively intellectual level. You know, he's got a degree in mathematics and acoustics and God knows what. He's an absolute genius, and so he chooses to work with me. It's not like I've employed him.
That's
he
awesome.
chooses to work with the group because the group has the right ethos and has the right kind of glue to bring these people together. So you've got Ben, you've got Finley down in Future Sound Systems, then you've got Chris Huggett, as was, may he rest in peace. Then you have the guys that we're going to be talking about more in the future, Mark and Adam. So Mark and Adam are both people that I met when I got my first job in this industry, in fact, in 1998 at Evolution Electronics in Leighton Buzzard in Bedfordshire in England. And those are guys who are absolute geniuses, and they are the guys behind the digital synth. So, you know, I've always said we've got the analog, we've got the hybrid with Chris, we've got the digital with these two guys. And then the opportunity came to work on, to pick up the Oscar brand, which we now own. That's now within the group. And so we've been looking at, you know, Ben's come up with this idea. We've recreated that, so we're working on that now. And we've got, well, I can't say too much, but we've got a lot of stuff that we're thinking of doing. And, you know, synths are alive, and we are an alive company, and we want to make loads of stuff going through to the future. And it's so thrilling to be talking to you and your renegades about this stuff.
Well, it's beautiful watching it from its inception now, you know, because the cool part about it is we're along the journey for the Malevolent, which a load of us went and bought, and we just went berserk because it sounded crazy. The Malevolent, a bunch of us went out there and got the Mantis, and it's cool because we're PWM's a company now that we get to like go on a ride with. Like we get to see the first one, the second one. We got you coming in having chats with us and just kind of like brainstorming and asking people's opinions. I think it's a special company. I love the dynamic you got going on. The fact that you're working with people and the creativity is crazy, and you've done so much in the industry. I feel like you guys can really do some really cool stuff coming up. Well, you're going to.
I really appreciate that, man. I'm so thrilled to have you on board. This is exactly how I like to work. It's the collaboration. That's what gets me excited, you know. Ideas coming from anywhere and everywhere. And we can make it real because we're a tiny company just working with these little, there's only like 3 people on one project and 3 people on another project.
It's amazing.
So we don't have to be, weighed down by corporate bullshit,
Lean and mean, baby. Lean and mean.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah, lean and mean, dude. It's cool. Tell me a little bit about this digital synth, because I know you can't give too much away, but I only seen that little sneak peek that I caught at one of the events. Which one was it? Super Booth, but man, that thing seems like a monster.
Now you're testing me because it's late at night and I've had
all right, yeah, just like it gave me the vibes of a virus. It gave me virus vibes a little bit,
a cider in the UK is a hard cider, so you can't say a soft cider. There's no such thing as a soft cider.
UK cider's nuts, dude.
I've had a couple of those, man.
You have a Strongbow?
I don't know what I want to say about the digital right now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there about it.
Are you pumped? Are you pumped about it? Is it excited? Are you excited about it?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, that thing. I mean, so as a project, we've been developing that as a collection of technology rather than a product. So we're at a point where we have a whole load of stuff, like like functions, algorithms, sequencers, synths, like all in the digital domain. So we've kind of got a sweetie shop or a candy store of stuff that we can then put together into a product. So we're at a point now where we're trying to kind of hone that together and decide what the first product should be out of that whole development kind of strategy.
So it's like a bag of tricks. You got this big bag of tricks.
Yeah. So it already works and it does stuff, and that's what we kind of showed at Super Booth this year. So we made some naughty noises. I think the sound on sound video is kind of funny.
Bro, did you see the video when I was watching it and you played that video with all the samples and it was like crazy swearing and stuff, and the dude was standing. I was like, the dude was standing there and you played it and it was like you could see his face and he was like, oh damn, and you're like, oh, that's what it is, dude. And you were like, yeah, let's see if you put this in the website.
Well, that was right. It was like I was kind of challenging them. Can you put this out live? I mean, if we fill it for the swear words.
Yeah, dude, I went and clipped it and played it right away. I was like, yeah. Dude, that's so funny, man. Hilarious.
Oh, I know. Well, I mean, come on. Right, we've got to enjoy our jobs, right? This is me enjoying my job.
Yeah, man. It's an absolute, it seems like an absolute dream come true, honestly, to be able to have went on the journey you did as like someone in the machine, and now you get to kind of build your own machine. It's very, very cool, and you get to choose who you work with, and I think you're knocking it out of the park already. It's just 2 cents in, man. It's
so
awesome.
Kind. Thank you so much, man. And I appreciate all the support. I will just, this is not a downer, but I do have to say, this is not easy. And the problem with hardware is it's so upfront in terms of the investment. So, I've had to basically put my whole kind of life on the line to get the money up front to be able to build these things, and that side of things is tough. But
no guts, no glory, baby. No guts, no glory.
Well, quite. I just try to keep moving forward. Next thing. That's it. I just focus on the next thing I can create.
Well, like I said, man, we everyone around here, everyone, the Renegades, we appreciate what you're doing, man. The fact that you even take the time to come on and just have a chat with us, and I think it's pretty cool.
Hell yeah! Man. I stumbled across it. It's kind of late at night. I was thinking probably go to bed, but it was on YouTube. I saw you were live. I thought, whoa! And then a couple of guys said, "Oh, Paul should call in." Call in, You're my friends.
Yeah,
you're
man.
My friends.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. I'm making a thing.
You're a certified renegade, baby. You're a certified renegade.
Oh, thank you. So honored. So honored. I have the sunglasses, and I have the end cheeks.
You got the end. Hey, someone in the chat just said best cheeks in town, baby. PWM.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. Listen, man.
Okay, man. I'm going to sign off now, but you guys, I've taken up too much of your time. But,
hey, absolute pleasure, man. Like I said, anytime, man. Call in whenever we're ever live. Call in. You're always welcome, man. You're an absolute legend.
Oh, thank you. Love you guys.
All right, love you too, brother. You take it easy, man.
Okay, you too.
All right.
Bye for now.
Bye. So, all right, man. That's Paul from PWM, dude. He always catches us late at night. He's up working, thinking, plotting. The next move. I think it's pretty cool, man. I think it's an honor to have one of the most legendary synth manufacturers out there, in my opinion, PWM. And I have the privilege of owning 2 of these. I bought the Malevolent. I loved it so much. I did everything I could, and I bought the Mantis. And it's been an absolute honor. Echo Kraft went out there. Rourke. The boys made some end cheeks for PWM. Sent them over. They got them shown in the show over there. So that was cool. We all did it out of the goodness of our heart because we kind of dig the company. And, Paul comes on and hangs out with us. And we're like, bro, listen, let's we can do some cool stuff for you here. Take some end cheeks, man. Spice these babies up. Best cheeks in town. So he's a cool guy. It's a cool company. They're going to do cool things. And the cool part about this and what we're doing and what we got going on, man, as the Renegades are on the ground floor, we get to witness. This is basically, in my opinion, this is like when Moog and Sequential started, you know, the guys who were just there at that time, you get to see it from its inception. You can own a Malevolent, man, for a beautiful price. You can own a Mantis, and then you get to watch these things grow and the company grow. And the cool part about it, Paul's calling in. He's a friend of ours now, and he calls in, just has a chat. He asks your guys' opinion. What do you guys want? What do you think we could do? I think that's super damn cool, if you ask me. So that's Paul from PWM. We had some good callers tonight, man. We had Echo Kraft. We had Buddah Brown. We had Tony Toneverk. Man, we had some good calls, man. Absolutely awesome. But I got to go in now. Show's over for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll meet up tomorrow. I think tomorrow morning I'll be doing oscillators and percolators, probably around 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Little chill show. We'll see what we're doing there. And you guys all have a good night. Sloo, sloo.